Actually, most people confuse between Advait and monotheism. There is a difference between monotheism or monism and Advaita. Advaita basically means non-dual. Non-dual basically means there is no two. When you say that there is no two, what does it imply? Does it imply that it is one? No, it does not. Because had it been one, they would have told that it is one. It does not say it is one. Actually, that's why it's so difficult to conceptualize Advaita. There is no two or Dvaita. It does not say Ekam. For example, it says Ekam Sad Vipra Bodha Vadanti. There is one, and say just call it variously. In Advaita, they are not calling it Ekam, or they are not calling it Ekeshwar Vag. They are calling it Advaita, not Dvaita. Nasadiya Suktam takes the stand of Advaita. In Ekeshwar Vag, when there is one God, it will very clearly say, as in Purusha Suktam, there is one God and creation flows from there. Here it will say that what is there cannot be said. Does it exist? You cannot say that. And it does not exist, you cannot say that. To illustrate, I will give you one example from Sri Ramakrishna's Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Once he was explaining the idea of Advaita to Narendranath, who became Swami Vivekananda, and says, there are 10 pots filled with water and sun is getting reflected. In total, how many suns are there? 10 below and 1 above. It's 11. And once you start breaking the pots, ultimately one pot remains. So how many suns are there? So one below in the reflected sun and one above the actual sun. That means 2. And then Sri Ramakrishna asks Swami Vivekananda, the last pot is broken, how many suns are there? Swamiji says 1. Thakur says no, what remains cannot be said. When I was young, I could never understand the answer. It took me a long time to realize what he's talking. This is the difference between one God and Advaita. If you say that there is one sun, that means you need to have a mind. You need to have a mind to know that sun. But because there is nothing to know that, how can you say that there is one? Because to say one, there has to be a second. So there can never be one. But it's very, it's a very simple argument. One very simple argument. You just think and you will understand. There can never be one. Because to know one, there has to be another mind. And if there is no mind to know, how can you say that there is one? It's something like, let's say, there is one football match between, say, Brazil and Argentina. Match began and it was a drawn game. What is the score? 0-0. And the match did not begin, the match was cancelled. Now what is the score? No, it is not 0-0. Match never took place. And that's why they say that they have, in mathematics they have an expression said phi, null set. Phi is not 0. There is a difference between 0 and phi. That null set and 0, these are two different things. To understand Advaita, we need to have a little sharp intellect. Advaita is not one. Advaita does not talk of monism. Advaita does not mean that there is some one single reality. It means that whatever is there cannot be described and nor can it be grasped. That's why Sri Ramakrishna says that he is beyond 1 and 2. He is beyond 0. At the same time, on the positive side, he is 1, he is 2, and he is many more. Now, it's very difficult. These ideas are very difficult to grasp. See, whatever is cannot be expressed through words. Mind cannot grasp it. It can only be intuitively realized. Because it cannot be expressed effectively. The term is effectively. You cannot say whether it is 1, or it is 2, or it is 0, or it is existence, or it is non-existent. Because your own mind gets totally merged with that oneness. Because your mind, ultimate instrument of knowledge is the mind. And the mind itself has merged. So who will say what remains there? There is no way of saying. That's why when the Buddhist philosophers say it's shunya, they are absolutely correct. Because you cannot describe it. And when Semitic religion people say it's one God, maybe they are correct. And when we say that it's Advaita, perfectly correct. If you say it's Vishnu, perfectly correct. But Advaita, when we say Advaita, non-dual state, this is the best expression of God. There can never be a better expression of God as we come across in Nasadiya Sukta, first mantra where it says, Na sadasi, no sadasit, tadanim nasit rajo na vyoma paroyat. This is Rig Veda, 10th book and 129th hymn, Sukta.